Hello, welcome to your 2017 astrology forecast. This is for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Ascendant Rising. My name's Donna Page, and thank you for joining me. Sagittarius, the new year begins with Mercury Retrograde. And the Mercury retrogrades is going to be 4 this year. They start off in earth signs, they dip back into fire signs, your fire sign, and to get inspiration from the practical side, and then they move forward. And these Mercury retrogrades they're actually in very supportive houses for you. They have to do with financial abundance, they have to do with your work, your daily life, and your career. So there will be this rethink with them. Then 2017, if you just take that time out to go, okay, let me catch up. Remember, Mercury retrograde is a time not only to rethink things, but to catch up. And for you, once again, is about how your work, your daily life, your career can create more prosperity for you. And then it goes into getting inspired and taking some action. February is eclipse month. February 10th, we have a lunar, which is a full moon eclipse. And that is being highlighted in the sector of your world that has to do with knowledge and education. It also can be that you want to share your knowledge with others. You are asked to share your knowledge with others. Somebody wants to learn something from you. And it's also about being able to get away and travel. If you can't travel in the month of February, then it's a great time to do some exploration, get some information, and either make plans or just in your own mind think about where you might want to travel sometime between February and September. And March and April are very astrologically busy times. And by the way, this particular year, out of all the aspects, the major aspects that make certain years more problematic than the others, which we've had several years recently that have had difficult what's called planetary combinations or aspects. 2017, out of the 13 major aspects, 9 of them are with your planet Jupiter. And you know Jupiter represents opportunity, where opportunity can follow, good luck. It's called the greater benefic, something that can bring benefit to your life. So it should be a little bit easier this year, although March and April are very busy times. Not bad, but busy. It begins with Jupiter opposite Uranus, and that's just to shake things up in life. And it's shaking things up around around friendship and love affairs for you. Finding what you love to do, doing something that you love to do, and who you want to do it with. So you could grab a friend and say, hey, let's go on this trip. Hey, let's do this, let's do that. So it's shaking that up. And also in March, on the 5th, Venus does go retrograde. And Venus going retrograde in a sector of your chart that does represents romance. So you can have a lover that comes back to you because she's retrograde. But it's more than that. It really is about rethinking what brings you love and happiness. And not just about an intimate other person relationship. Even though that's part of it, but it's not just about that. So it's like, and it's, what do we love to do? What do you love to do? Do you like to be outside? Do you like to go to movies? Do you like to be on stage? What do you love to do? And so there's this rethinking, and sometimes it's about getting back to that, or just mulling over what it could do, how much effort, how much time, how to put it back into your life. And then at the end of March, we have Jupiter again connected with Pluto, and Pluto wants something big. It wants, this major thing. Pluto is traveling through your second house of finances, which is a transformation. It's a long, long time before once it's there for a long time. So it's nothing that's you can really see immediately. It's always in hindsight. But this particular year with the Jupiter-Pluto combination and Jupiter connecting to friendships for you, or groups and organization, it can be a joint. You can get some ideas. What it can be is you go to a seminar, you go to a course, you get with a group of people, and then the light bulb goes off. It's like, oh, I think I'd like to do this. That would be a big thing for me. April, again, is another busy month. We start with Mercury retrograde. Again, Mercury is retrograde in one of those sectors that have to do with your daily life and your work and staying on a healthy routine. And we also have Saturn, which it's been in your sign. This is the last year it will be in your sign. The last year it's in its sign, it can bring the benefit of whatever you've been working on. And Saturn in your sign just says, hey, be true to yourself. I know it can feel tough sometimes because it's like, here's this obstacle. But underneath it, it's about being true to yourself and honest with yourself. Do you really want that job? Why is it so hard? Do you really, really want it? If you really want it, you're tested. Do I really want it? Do I really want that relationship? Well, if you are, work at it. And so this year, 2017, you can see the benefit coming from it. So Venus will go direct in the 15th of April. So that sense of gathering together what you love to do and reconnecting with what brings fun and joy into your life is good. If you are a parent, then it also can be things around your kids get, rethought, maybe with their school or what they're going to do in the summertime. So it does, because it does have a connection with children too. And then at the end of April, Pluto goes direct. Pluto is an empowerment energy. There's something about being empowered or finding your power over the factor of your own talents that can bring more abundance and prosperity in your life. Now, May, there's another major shift because the nodes of the moon is shifting into, the north node shifting into Leo, and that's a global energy about connecting and enjoying life and having, celebrating the special moments of life, like birthdays, celebrations of anniversaries, of graduations, the little things in life that make those markers that are, a day can go by, but if you make it special, there's something about that day that can live in memory for a long time. And the May also has that beautiful trine between Saturn and Uranus, which is that flowing energy that comes with being true to yourself and then being able to manifest that in your life, that which you want to do, that which you love to do, that which you enjoy doing, having a life that you really enjoy. June, your ruling planet Jupiter goes direct. So the next place it stations, right? Station is when a planet either moves forward or backwards. Think of a transit station. Is in Scorpio. So it's between now and October, this movement from when it goes direct in June, another major shift about, hey, let me expand the people that I know, my groups, my associations. Now, as we move into the summertime, August is the eclipse month. And it starts with Mercury retrograde. Again, this Mercury retrograde is around how do I want to be known in the world? What do I want to be doing with my life? So just another time of taking a deep breath and looking at that. And then the eclipse factor on the 7th, and then that's the lunar eclipse, and the pair, they come in pairs. On the 21st is this total solar eclipse. It has once again to do with what do I know, what do I want to know, what do I want to share, how do I want to teach, what do I want to learn, and where do I want more freedom in life to travel, to go to different places, to expand, to expand my worldview. And that, again, can be a good time to take a trip, to detach yourself from the daily routine grind of life, to rejuvenate yourself and get a new perspective, you know, just kind of like get filled up again, a vitamin shot. September becomes another busy month with Mercury going direct, and goes direct in, you know, remember it goes back into a fire sign and to get inspired and then moves forward September 5th. And we have another Jupiter Uranus opposition, which is that inspiring energy between doing something you love to do. See, this theme keeps coming up over and over again. What is it I enjoy to do? What brings me happiness in my life? Am I being true to myself in my life? If I am, then these things fall into place and the right people will be with me. Especially associations like friends, where there's not a super heavy obligation with them. They accept me for who I am. They let me, you know, they might not agree with me all the time, but there's a freedom, there's a peacefulness, there is a camaraderie, there is a balance with those connections. And Pluto goes direct at the end of September, so that's another power time to push forward. And now we get into October 10th, Jupiter, your ruling planet, going into Scorpio. And Jupiter going into Scorpio, this will be there for a year, will be a time where you can expand your spiritual wisdom big time, getting in touch with whatever kind of meditational practices make sense to you, mindfulness, retreats, big time. It can be really great. And that's a super awareness time, becoming super aware of, you know, it's rising above in our consciousness. It's really a quantum leap in consciousness if you follow what this Jupiter energy, the gifts, the opportunity that Jupiter will bring to you. And it can come in little ways. You see a little, you know, somebody says, I'm going to this lecture or this, or a yoga studio opens up and it's really convenient. It could be a variety of things where the opportunity is there. You don't have to take it. With Jupiter, you never have to take it. But if you do, it really expands your life. It brings us to November, the final Saturn-Uranus trine energy that we have about things flowing for yourself, about living your authentic life with more joy and freedom, and you know, doing what brings you joy and opens your creativity. Winds down to December with the Mercury retrograde in your sign. So the last Mercury retrograde of the year is in Sagittarius. That's at last emphasis, and the last month Saturn will be in Sagittarius for 28 years. So it's and it's in your birthday month. It's so beautiful because that is a time where everything can come together. All your wisdom can come together. And that centeredness of inner knowing of this is who I am, and I have the answers within me. I know this. And moving into 2018, on the 20th of December and 22nd, Saturn goes into Capricorn and makes this combination aspect with Jupiter. And, you know, this energy into Capricorn, it's a big shift of energy, and it's actually preparing us for 2020 when 3 planets will come together, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto. So the very last of 2017, not only will you be doing your visualizations for 2018, the way the planetary patterns will be set up, then it will carry over for the next couple years into 2020. Thank you very much for checking in, for watching the video. And if you, you know, there's a watch later button on the upper left-hand side, and it might be cool to hit that, because then when the energies get kind of crazy, you know, intense, not necessarily bad, but like a little wild, then you can go back. It'd be really easy to find it again. It's like, oh, what did Donna say about this month? Oh, yeah. Let me connect with this energy because it will help me. All right. Thanks again. Have a very prosperous, healthy, and happy new year.